ready to talk about Scream. I can tell you that.
Oh, yes, I am. Here we go. Let me read this latest. Okay. Michelle Randolph, in 1923, and Jimmy Tatro are the latest to join the cast. What the fuck was that? Of Scream 7. Currently
I just got yelled at.
I know, one of those ads, I guess. Currently in production in Atlanta, the slasher sequel is scheduled to be released on February 27th. Nev Campbell, so they're pretty much just going down the. Let's count how many freaking characters. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. But Ethan Embry is number 17. 18.
And then, yeah.
18 characters have been announced so far for the new Scream movie. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off for you guys, and I'm going to ask you a question, okay? And you can be honest. You can tell me what you think. But do you feel like we're blowing our load way too early with all of this Scream news? Do you feel like you know too much at this point? And you might not. And I'm curious to hear what you guys think, because I've seen online some people are like, yes, I love all this great news. This is fun. I can't wait for my Scream movie. Not that they're giving the plot away, but I don't really want to know these dead characters. That's what we're assuming, that are all coming back. I feel like that would have been a great thing to kind of keep close to the vest. I'm sure you have your reasons. Oh no, we need to get this out there to set you up for this movie when you sit down in the theater with your bucket of popcorn and your soda. I just need to know. I need to know. And nachos. Yeah, I would have the nachos, but I need to know that Stu's in this movie, okay? Because that way it'll set me up.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking? Davey, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the reasons why they're making these announcements is because they know that pictures are going to come out of these people anyways. So they're just trying to get ahead of it themselves and have their chance to drop the news instead of it, come out later. I do think that there's this like slow drip. It's almost like the water bottle inside the hamster cage, it's just there's a bead of water there. Like every time you go up to it, there's another person that's been, mentioned to be in the movie. And like you were saying, they're not giving away the story. So it's like, it's news in a way, but also it's like really not much to go off of.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the big reason why they're doing it, and it might be genius, because like you were talking about, there are a lot of channels on YouTube that have found a lot of success talking about all of this Scream news. And so it's like, they're saving themselves some of the advertising budget by building up all this hype a year before the film even comes out. So I think that's part of it right there. I don't know. I think my biggest concern when I hear all these things come out is like, how are they going to make this work in the story? If it really is something like Ghostface using AI, I just don't know if that really like jives with me. I'm more concerned because I'm such a character development and story person. I'm way more concerned about like, how is this going to make sense for me as an audience member that's been watching this series since 1996 versus like, oh, cool, Scott Foley and Matthew Lillard are coming back. Like, I mean, I'm so looking forward to this movie. I really hope it's great, but I'm starting to get concerned.
Well, I mean, yes, like my biggest thing is, how is this going to affect me emotionally? Because anytime I go into any movie, I don't care what genre. I want to be moved. I want to feel something when I'm watching it. And I think that sort of takes away from it when you're giving away all these, all these characters, but especially all these dead characters. And I think, and I've had this happen so many times because of trailers ruining things and stuff, but you're sitting in the theater and you're watching a movie, and because you watched a trailer that gave away too much, you like when I was watching Hard Eyes, it's like they gave away every beat. And I'm not fully blaming Hard Eyes because I think this is the template that they use for trailers these days. But it's like check marks in the movie. And so you're watching the movie. Okay, that's that part of the trailer. And 10, 15 minutes later, okay, that's that part of the trailer. You can see the ending before it even happens. And, now they're at the drive-in. And I remember that part in the trailer. And he's going to slice that guy. Yeah, he just did it. He sliced the guy. It's just like, it sucks because like way back in the day, like when we were talking about Halloween 6, when I saw Halloween 6, I knew nothing. You know, I saw a 30-second teaser, like TV spot. But
Mhm.
man, the whole movie, oh shit, he just pulled the axe out of her face as he's walking down the hallway. I did not see that coming. That was freaking amazing. And now it's just like they would show that in the trailer. They would show Michael walking by grabbing the axe. You know, Michael is back, grab the axe, walk down the stairs. They would show that like they did.
They basically show him killing Vicky in the 2018 trailer. Like, you know, that's going to happen. Like, you know, she ain't getting out of that one.
They show him in the closet when she opens the door.
Yeah.
They're showing us that.
Come on. They should have edited him out digitally and then put him in for the actual movie. That would have been great.
Which brings us back to the very reason that they're showing all these characters in the first place is because, like you said, they're getting ahead of it because they know the current trends because of social media these days. We can't fight it. It's going to happen. I was spoiled for Scream 6. Mere days before the movie came out, there was somebody online that was just going out of their way. They almost showed up at my front door and freaking, you know, this is who the killers are in Scream 6. And it bummed me out that people go out of their way so hardcore to ruin a movie for somebody. I would never understand it. But jumping back to Nick, what's your thoughts on it, Nick?
Yeah, Christian and I talked about this last night, and he shares a lot of the same sentiment that you guys have. I honestly genuinely don't know where I sit with it right now. I really don't. Like, I thought it was cool at first, and now I'm kind of ambivalent on it. You're almost expecting, okay, well, when's the shoe going to drop when we hear Jamie Kennedy and we hear Emma Roberts? You know, like you're almost waiting for that. I think that this was intentional for two reasons. One, I think that Scream, we can go all the way back to the late 90s with Scream 2 and that whole fiasco with the ending getting leaked before the movie came out. So they had to create multiple scripts and whatnot. Like, Scream's always had an issue with people trying to spoil the movies before they come out. So part of me is like, they want to get ahead of that and say, hey, just letting you know, these people are going to be in the movie. But I also think they're kind of messing with us. Like, I think that they want people to make these videos. They want people to pontificate. What does this mean? Like, Roman is definitely dead, but Stu could be alive. But like, they're both in it. Dewey's definitely dead.
Yeah.
I think they want that. They want the chatter. And I think that that's good. I think that this is probably the most I've seen people talk about a Scream movie since Scream 5. Like, Scream 6 was a big deal, but people didn't talk about that leading up to it like they're talking about this, or like they did with Scream 5. And I think that, for better or worse, that's going to at least make people want to go see it to find out what the hell this is. Now, I have always been a Stuther, and I remain a Stuther, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, they're not announcing Matthew Lillard's involvement if he's the killer. So they would not have spoiled that reveal.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So it's just like, for all you guys that say Stu's dead, don't worry. He's going to be dead. But as far as what it means for the story, I don't know. I personally don't pay much attention to AI these days because I find that shit to be actually like, I don't trust humans with AI. I think it's just going to go bad. Like, eventually it's going to go wrong. But it's topical. So if that's part of their plot here, that makes total sense. Scream has always been at the, forefront of talking about what is topical at the time. So it would totally make sense. It's just, how do you incorporate that into a Scream movie? And then, Christian and I were bouncing ideas off of each other, and we were like, is it going to be like FaceTime calls where it, if Gail gets a call, it's a video call and it's Dewey. And, is it done to fuck with whoever's getting the call to think, no fucking way, this person's dead. Like, I have no idea how they're going to do it, but I'm going to put my trust in Kevin Williamson, for better or worse, because I think that he's been a part of the best Scream movies. So I'm in.
Yeah, I think bringing Kevin back like that, I think that's one of the reasons. When Nev decided to come back, obviously there was a money issue with Scream 6, but I would bet everything I own that she also told them, I want Kevin to direct this movie, and I'm not going to come back to be in this movie unless you offer that to him, because they talked about it for so long, and it's kind of just like getting the band back together, so I'm very hopeful. I really want it to be good.
Aren't the same writer, like, I know Guy Busick and what's the other writer's name? Aren't they writing this one?
Yeah, James Vanderbilt.
Yeah, James Vanderbilt, Guy Busick. Now, is Kevin Williamson playing a part in the script as well? Is he just leaving the writing duties to them guys?
I would have to. I don't know if he's getting a writing credit, but I would have to imagine, with this being his baby and him directing it, he's 100% going to be heavily involved in where this story is going to go. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that it was largely his idea, the bones of the story, at least.
Yeah.
Even if they had a script written beforehand, I'm sure he's going to dive in and be like, all right, this is what I'm changing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, like Nick said, if he doesn't take a credit, but if he has, like, we find out, like Edward Norton, that he's like kind of ghost writing it or ghost rewriting it.
Well, hello there. You just watched an outrageous clip from the Hit the Bricks podcast. I really hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more clips, you can click here or you can click here. And you can just have yourself a ball, all right? And also follow the Hit the Bricks podcast on Spotify as well. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.